Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Keeping Up with Kia P. I am your girl Kia P, aka Kia the Crafter, and today, if y'all seen the video, y'all know we're doing some dominoes in the domino box. So click that subscribe button, give me some thumbs up, hit the notification bell above or below. I don't know where it's at, but nevertheless, hit that bell for me, okay? Okay. All right, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. This is an order, so we're gonna fill an order. Let's go. Taking you down. Yes. All righty. So what we have here, I got my resin pre-poured. This is a mold box, a box mold. And it has all your different panels in one mold, so you don't have all those different pieces like some of the box molds come in all separate pieces. This is one solid piece. Okay, then I have one solid piece for the dominoes, and so this is what we are going to do. Right, all right, these will be custom as well because they are for a person. One of these, so you have the top and bottom, the sides, and then the other sides, the two small sides. Then you have the domino sets, the two sets. Okay, so I'm going to use one of the tops or bottoms as my top piece. And I want to encase my sticker because I've already printed out my stickers. This is going to be a cowboy set. It's an order for someone who wanted cowboys. So I'm just going to pour a little bit of clear on that bottom. Just a little bit. And then I'll go in and emerge my sticker in there momentarily. But my main thing is, again, is to just, I want to case in the sticker. And to me, it just makes it look a little bit more polished. Like, again, I'm competing with how it looks in the store. How would it look in the store? And this is going to be a clear foil gold. Let me get it together. A clear and silver foil and white with the logo on it. Okay. And so that's how that is looking. And before I immerse the sticker in there, I want to go ahead and knock off some of the bubbles that are in there. So that it's good and clear. All right, I see a bubble or two. I'm going to take my little wooden skewer here. These come in handy just to kind of get a little small. Okay, finally bust. This is like a little small bubble that just didn't want to bust with the fire, and I didn't want to keep trying to fire over it. But that's looking really clear, and that's what we want. All right. Now I'm gonna take my gloves off of this part because I don't want to mess up the sticker or for the sticker to be sticking to me. All right, and so this is our sticker for our top. I'm gonna go ahead and peel off the backing. And so because the bottom is facing down, we're going to put the sticker in here facing downward. And then just press and emerge it in. You know what? That is not what I meant to do. One second. Had a little small boo-boo here. I just wanted to cut off some of this excess sticker paper before I put this in, and I got a little bit too far ahead. So we're gonna try. Yeah, it's in there now. We just have to see how it come out. It's in there now. But it's clear, so hopefully it'll do all right. So I'm just pushing all of the bubbles from underneath it. What I probably should do is gently slide it in there. So that it don't have bubbles. And that's the good thing about the clear paper is that you can see right through it. So I got that emerged in there. I don't know how that's going to turn out. I might have to redo another part, but hopefully not. And I'm just going to pour just a little bit on top. I'm not going to fill the mold because, again, we're going to do a back, we're going to put white behind it so that the lettering will show a little bit better, just like it did when it was on the sticker paper. Okay, and I'm just filling it in so that it's fully immersed into the resin. Come back towards the bubbles out, making sure it's really nice and clear. It's a few bubbles here. Press them out and up. Okay. Okay. Make sure it's nice and even, and it looks like it's good. Hit it one more time. Getting all of the bubbles out, making sure it's nice and clear. Okay, so we got that down, and that's just gonna sit. Now we need to do our domino. So we're gonna do the first, and I'm gonna separate some of this out because I want to do maybe like 4 ounces out. And I'm not gonna mix the next color until I make sure I have my dominoes filled. And this should leave me with, how many ounces is left in here? Roughly about 3. So like it's about 3 ounces, or a little over 3. So that should be just what we need. Okay, so we have that. We're gonna go ahead and put our foil in. Like I said, I'm gonna do a silver because guys don't like glitter, but foil is dope. Like they can do foil, so we're gonna do foil. No, we don't want to use those tweezers because they're the wrong ones. Okay. Specific tweezers for my foils. And then I have some silver foil here. It'll break up as it go inside the resin. You just want to make sure you're not putting big pieces in there. Okay, let's stir this down and see what it do. This gives us enough. And as you stir it, it breaks down pretty good. So that's it. This is going to be for the bottom, the part with the numbers. Okay, so we have that mixed up. Now we're going to go back with our trusty half a tablespoon here. All right. Yeah, half a tablespoon for each one. Okay. And I'll just use this method because it works. So this is a half a tablespoon in each one. This just make it to where your dominoes is even and leveled. All of them is pretty much the same. Because I know when I first, like I said in my initial video, when I first did them, I had a problem with getting them even. And so, yeah. I seen someone do it with a regular spoon, but I wanted to measure it out so I know exactly how much I needed in each one. And so this is how we came up with this method, and it works. It's foolproof. Literally. So you just put one in each one, and it'll level itself out. And then if you need just a little bit extra, then you can, put a little smidgen here and there. But most times this is enough. Just one of these is enough to fill. If you're doing 2 color, if you're doing 1 color, then you could do probably a full tablespoon. If you have to do a coating, then I wouldn't do. Well, yeah, because that still leaves room for it because it's your half of for the 1/4 of a tablespoon to put your coating on, because it don't take much to do the top part, the sealing part, if you're doing stickers or lettering or anything added to it. And then I'll do his dots in blue, put his stickers on here, and these are going to be on point. Hopefully they'll get a lot of views on my channel. Y'all can tell me what y'all think. If you want to send me your resin, any person or affiliate want me to try your products, you can send it. I will try it, do a review on my channel. you have molds, I'll try those as well. I would love to partner with someone. That would be so dope. So yeah, hit me up. All my contact is in every video at the bottom in the description box below. So I would love to, yeah, do something like that. Make sure you guys are subscribing. If you haven't, it's your first time here, welcome. I hope you find my channel interesting and helpful. I try to teach you as I learn. We got 4. Try to fill 4 more. All the way down to the last little bit. I'm gonna have to put just a little bit. That's why I don't mix the next color, because I may need some more resin, which I do. All right, let's start it right there. I'm gonna stir that foil in it. It's along the sides. Stir that down in there. This one got a real big piece, so I know I can take some of this out and put it back in here. That foil. Stir that up in there. For these last 3. That's the last one. And I'm gonna let them sit. Everything is looking pretty full. It's covering up the dots, so we don't need to do anything extra with this part. But I do want to put just a little bit more of the clear and foil. Maybe that much. Just trying not to let these big pieces fall in here. Okay. And so now we're gonna work on these side panels. I'm gonna put some white in this mixture, and then we're gonna do our side panels. And then the top and bottom I'll pour it last when I do the total white on top. For my side panels, I kind of wanted to do like a combination of the foil and the white on the side panels. So have a idea of how you want it to look. So you will know how to design it, how to pour it, and everything. So I'm gonna start, and that's the next thing is I'm gonna order me one of them pour cups that you can pour 2 colors at one time, because I think that'd be dope. Okay, that was looking nice. And you don't want to overfill your panels, because they'd be hard to maneuver once you put them together. So you want to make sure you be real strategic in what you do. I'm gonna flip the table. I'm gonna flip my little piece around just so I can get to this other panel. Making mistakes. Okay. Flip that around just so that I can pour the side panel. And being real strategic and slow. And if you come along the edges first and then towards the middle, the colors will meet and merge perfectly. Okay, so we got that. Now I'm gonna come back with my white right along the bottom. Okay. Keep it like that. And then even my side panels, I think I want to do it like that now that I have like had the opportunity to see. I think that's what I want to do for them too. So I'm gonna put just a little bit what's left across the top of those, so I can use up the rest of this white. Start at the bottom and let that merge up. And the rest of the white, try to fill in my panels a little bit. Okay, and I got just a smidgen left, so I don't know what to do with it. I mean, just a smidgen too. What can we do with it? What can we do with it? It's not really enough to feel anything. I'm gonna have to be something super small, and I don't know what that could be. And I just don't want to put it in this, so we're gonna just chill it right here. And it's only a little bit, so I can't really do too much with it. Yeah, I don't have anything this little. I'll try to see if it'll fill the bottom of one of these card coasters. See if it's enough to spread across the bottom. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and wipe our cups out real quick while we're letting the bubbles surface to the top. Wipe them out with some paper towel first, and then come back with my baby wipe. Be careful. I got a nail that's lifted, and when I go to clean out these cups down at the bottom, it just hurt. I keep bumping it, so I'm gonna fix it. Okay. Clean these up real quick. Again, we like to go ahead and clean before. Okay, it was almost enough. We'll get a little car coaster out of it. All right, I'm trying to get my oven warmed up. Get that warming. And we're gonna come back and torch some of these bubbles. See a couple little bubbles right up in here. I don't know if it's in between it, but we're gonna try to move them out the way. We don't want no bubbles up in here. I want that to be real clean. Right. Okay, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and pop this in our resin oven. And let it do what it do. And then we'll come back and finish the second part, okay? All right, guys, so we are back. It has cooked in the resin oven. I have 6 ounces here already ready to go. We're gonna mix our white in here so we can start putting our second color on. Put just a little bit of white in there, mix it up. All right, so we got the white mixed up. Now we're gonna go ahead and put our white layer on. And again, you're just filling it. And I'm just filling each one. Okay. Have all them filled, and I'm gonna come in and do my panels. Ooh. It's getting ready to storm in Texas. That's where we are. Storming out there. I'm getting all the excess off. Just making sure everything is nice and full and not over poured. You just want to make sure that your sides and your bottom it's looking a little marbly, like it's not mixed good. So I want to make sure it's mixed. And that used up just about all of it without it being too over poured, because remember we still got to come in with our top coat on the dominoes. And again, you don't want your panels to be too full, otherwise you'll have a hard time sliding the panels into the side parts, or the top, you know, the top part. It just won't slide well. A little bit left, and I'm gonna pour that on top of that. Little car coaster. Pour that right on top. This last little bit. Just give it another little layer of white. Alrighty, we have used up all of our white, so now we're going to clean this cup out while everything kind of sits and get prepared to bring the bubbles up top. So we can burn them, pop this in the oven, and then we'll come back and put it together. Because at that point, that's all we need to do. Put our decorative stickers on there, put the top coat on, and it's going to be all done. Look at my handy wipe here, wiping out my cup. Keeping it clean, and come back and burn it, or not burn it, but torch it. Gotta watch your terminology, right? You like burn it, torch it, cleaning up everything so they can be reused. Open up the sticks because these only 2 I have. I forgot I was in Walmart and forgot to check to see if they had more of those over there, but I totally forgot. Other stuff. Okay, so I really like that glitter in the panels. We're gonna go ahead and bust our bubbles out. This one will take just a little bit out because it's looking like it's too full. Okay, that helps. All right, so that is that. I'll hit these panels real quick. And I might have to take just a little bit out of this top panel because it's looking thick. Thicker than what I want it to look. And I don't want any problems with it sliding when it comes time to put it together. take just a smidge of it out. And there's the storm. It's coming. There we go. It's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Okay, and to do that, I'm just going to scoop some of it out because I don't want this to be over poured. And that's the way it's looking to me right now. So I'm going to take some of this out. And the reason why I could tell is just the way that it's sitting. That I know that it's going to be maybe a little bit too much in here. I just got to wait and see what it's looking like now. I took that little bit out. So I might have to like really get in here and just take out some like that. And then move it back together. So check your panels before you cure them. Because again, the one that you're going to use for your top panel to slide back and forth, you do not want that to be thick. It's going to give you a hard time. You're going to have to do a lot of sanding to get it where to slide easy. So that's from trial and error. You want to make sure the one that you're going to use as the sliding panel, you want to make sure that it's not over poured. And this one, that's what I'm doing right now, is just kind of making sure it's nice and flush. It's not sitting like it's domed. The bottom one can be that way because it's going to be on the bottom. But that top one has to be flush. It has to be, can't be too thick. Otherwise, you're going to have a hard time closing it. And then you got to do a lot of sanding and fixing, and stuff just don't look right when it's sanded and fixed and not done right during curing. So, and the bottom panel it's not as important, but still you don't want to over pour any of them. I just want to take a little bit more out. I'd rather be safe than sorry. Okay, I think that should do it. I'm going to take a little bit out of here. Just a little bit. Maybe a lot. I just don't want it to be over poured. And so, yeah, that helped. That helped, yeah, it helped a little bit. Could take probably one more scoop or two out. Okay. Now let's see. Yeah, that helped. So you just have to be mindful of that when you pour in that box, okay? Trial and error for me. Took me a minute to get it right, but now I know I can pass that on to you. Make sure that the panel that you're going to slide, that's going to be your top panel, is not too thick, okay? You want to keep it nice and leveled with the mold. Sometimes you can kind of see it like domed up a little bit. That means it might be too much poured in there. Okay, so that's pretty much it. We're going to pop this in the resin oven. Come back, put it together, and we're going to be all set. Package it up, get ready for the next project. Okay, so stay tuned. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when we upload new content and videos and all that good stuff. Because we always doing something. Always got something coming. Okay, so catch you in a minute. All right, guys, and welcome back. We are have our cured domino sets in the box here. So what we're going to do is go ahead and put our stickers on. I have printed them out. We're going to go ahead and put these in here. And I just have to separate them like so. They on transfer tape. I just hope I can get them in here. Okay, yeah, perfect. Perfect little size there. Before I put the cut them out, I print them out on a sticky paper, and then I Mod Podge spray them just so that the ink don't run or the resin do something to it. I don't know, but I just like to be safe than sorry. So I always Mod Podge them. Mod Podge the whole sheet, wait for it to dry, and then cut them down. And that way, I just know that the ink on the sheets is protected. And I'm trying to just make sure I'm keeping them nice, lined up nice and neat. You can print logos on sticker paper. You can do them with the Cricut Joy. So all kind of ways to do it. My method for printing them, making sure that they are the right size. If I can get 7 images on a row, then that's pretty much the right size. Just with regular margins. So if I can get 7 on a row, that's about the right size. If you can get 8, which after I changed the margins, I was able to get 8. But initially, your initial margins before you change them, if you can get 7 on a row, then that's pretty much round about the right size. You can small them down a little bit, and I just fix one the size that I wanted or think that it will do, and then I copy and paste it all the way across. And if that is not the right size, I don't get 7 to 8 images on that row, then I'll go back to the very first one, size it down, and then recopy that 7 times to make sure that it's the right size. And that's what I did with these. I don't really have, I know that they are a inch wide and 2 inches long. So, and I was cutting it real close with these, but they work. That's the perfect, they perfect actually. I'm just trying to make sure that they all line up and be even. And I'm just going to do the first set, and then I'll do the other 2 rows off camera just to save time with the video. I don't want you to have to sit here and watch me do each one of these, but you kind of get the idea. And I think these is going to come out really nice. And that's the first set. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the second set in. We'll go in and glaze over them and move from there. Sit tight. All right, so we are back. I done mixed up roughly about an ounce of resin here so that we can coat the top of the dominoes and coat the sticker in it. Hopefully this should be enough. And I'm going to use a fourth of a teaspoon, and that's what I would use to put the top coat on. And I just kind of pour it in the middle and kind of let it do its thing. And I'll come back and spread it if it needs to be spreaded. But I don't put a lot, just enough to coat it. Don't take much. And this is just so you make sure that you're giving each one of the dominoes the proper amount so they'll all be even. Still filling it. We're on our last 2, and then we're going to go ahead and spread it. So I'm going to go back here. I'm just going to take it to the ends. And it's best to do it with a popsicle stick just in case you have them feel pretty good. I just like, not a popsicle stick, a toothpick, because it just gives you more precise to get in those corners pretty good without having spillage. And then once you get these all, get the resin spread it in here good, you can go back and use what's left. It's not much to just kind of fill in. So see, like this one is merging. So I already know that's gonna have to wipe it down. And that's okay. And I'll come back and clean it up. My main thing is to make sure that the sticker is covered and that the top coat is on here pretty good. So I'm gonna do this, and I'll come back when it's all done. All right, so we have them all filled and ready to go. I'm gonna go ahead and hit them with the torch just to burn some of the bubbles out of where the logo is. Let's get the bubbles out. It's been sitting for a minute while I made sure everything was full, so most of the bubbles are on the top. I'm gonna let it sit for about a good hour. Come back, check it again, make sure everything is good before I put it in the heater, because we don't want any of the pieces to have bubbles or to be not even with the other ones, because that throw off the whole set. And it looks good. I don't have any runnage, so that's good. Everything looks nice. It's sitting, because my table is a little whoppity wop wop. I'm just gonna turn it. I don't think I can see something. This is not all the way up. And that's why you're constantly looking and checking, making sure everything is perfect. As perfect as you can get it. And sometimes it just requires taking just a little extra time. Make sure you check it against the light so that you'll know if everything is what it's supposed to be. So that looks pretty good. Everything looks filled and evened out. I'm just going in, touching up. Making sure everything is covered, and I know how I missed that one. But you always want to double check, triple check your work. I'm checking it against the light. That's how you can see, like, if everything is how it's supposed to be, by checking it against the light. And so far everything looks good. Alright, so we're gonna let this sit. I'm gonna demold our box here. Let that sit to the side. And we are going to demold our box. Our side panel came out okay for the most part. Other sides. That's the other side panel. And that is our bottom. Came out pretty good. Our other side panel looks pretty good. Okay. Now we're going for our top. Take my time, because it feels like it's a little bit stuck somewhere. I don't want to pull it too fast and it tears the mold. Okay, I think that's some of it. Okay, we got it off. Okay, just a little small little friction there. I can feel that, and that came out pretty okay. Got a little bit of the mold. I think that's probably from me burning this top plate, but it came out okay. We can get that out. It's just silicone, so probably just a little scraping, which is coming off right now. So you have to just be careful. And if you get this, you can take some regular silicone and just kind of rub your finger, smooth it out, and it'll be good to go. Okay. But it came out pretty good. So right now I'm going to go in and debris these edges, because they are sharp on this box. And that's just going to help them slide in better, I guess. something to scrape that. But that came out pretty good. Smoother. I'm gonna do the bottom as well. Make sure I stay working that resin. So we have on one side. Side panels, which they feel pretty okay, but we're just gonna, and we might have to do them with the file, so they'll go this way. Yeah. Alright. And these are the sides. And they should be okay. I'm hoping I put the stickers on there right. Okay. So I'm going to move our dominoes out the way so that they don't get messed up. And then we're going to try to put this box together. If I can. Sorry about that, guys. Try to bring this a little bit closer so that my light, I'll move this all the way. Okay. So that my light can plug up. Let's go with that. Okay, so I'm going to use UV resin this time to put this box together. And so what I normally do, I know this is my top, so we'll set that to the side. This is my bottom. So I'm going to set my bottom down, and then I'm going to come and I'm going to align everything how it should fit, if that makes sense. Because one side, y'all know one side is going to be the side that sits like so. Sit up nice and flush with the end, like so. And then we'll have this one come here. So two sides flush, and then the other one like that, two sides flush. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna fill my seam. So I'm gonna fill my seams. I'll probably do one at a time. I think that would be best. So one end, and then they're gonna fit nice and flush on one end, and then the other end is where the other one goes. So I'm going to turn it this way. And once you get that side in, it should be okay. This is my first time using the UV to seal the box together, so I'm hoping that this works pretty good. And down on this side, can you stand up over it? Yep, you can. I just want to make sure. I'm going to have to take that out. Yeah, that's right. One goes up against it. That's right, that's right, that's right. I was getting ready to take that off, and then this one sits like right there on top. Okay. I gotta remember how to do this. I haven't did one in a minute. So we're gonna get it before I glue it and glue it all together. Still how we do it. And then this side. Something along that line. Okay, so let me get the glue in here. And once we get it set, we can come back in. It's going to sit just like that. It's okay. I'm just trying to see how I can see it from that angle. I think that's it right there. Okay. I think that's right. I'm not really taking it back apart. I think I got it. I think. boxes can be difficult. Okay, so while that's going, I'm going to put this last little piece in. And when you put the last one in, don't put it all the way up to the grooves, because then it'll mess up the motion of the box. Okay, and that's good enough for me to slide this piece right in here. Just get it right, nice and straight and fresh. It can be tedious, but just take your time. And it'll come together. And once you get it set like you want it and it's perfect, and I think that it's open, I'm going to squeeze it until I'm just gonna hold that until it dry. We almost there. I know this part was a bit much, but this box. I'm gonna come back and reinforce it and put it in the. I think we good. These can be tricky. All right. So that's the box for the most part. Now we have to see if it slides in, which it do perfect. And that's the box. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and just resin it. So when you don't overpour, you don't have any problems, any issues getting this box in there. Y'all see that slid right on in there. Only thing I have to do is clean up the little pieces of mold that got stuck in it. But other than that, it's good to go. And just hitting it with the UV so it can dry. And this is so you can kind of like see that little, and that's an easy fix. Try to turn it that way. See, right there, a little bit came out. And just a tiny bit right there, but that's okay. Again, it might be from me torching it, and that's all right. Because if it gets too bad, I try to fix it, and if I can't fix it, I'll just buy another one. I hate to buy another one, but hey, that's what we have to do. That's what we have to do. So y'all sit tight, and I'll come back and show y'all the finished product. Okay? All right, bro. Okay, guys, we are back with our dominoes. They are cured and ready to demold. So we're gonna go ahead and start demolding them carefully. I like to bend them like so and get them away. Some of them might take a little bit more oomph than others. I don't want to mess this mold up, so I'm going to take my time releasing them. And the best time to do this is when it first cure and come out, because then it's easier for them to come off. And it's cute. They came out real nice. We got a couple of them out. I just want to take my time pulling them out. Someone said Dawn dish soap if the molds is sticking, so I will definitely try that on some of them because I have a few that's a little stuck and I don't want to rip the mold, so we'll leave them. We'll get out the ones we can. And that's, again, just taking your time. I'll just rip them out. I used to like these, so I'm just gonna take my time and if I have to, what I may try is putting them back in there and getting them hot and then try to release them that way. Just take being a little careful. Sometimes don't work like that all the time, but sometimes that's really all it takes. It's just a little carefulness. Okay, so these, I'm just trying to take my time. Now, maybe because it's a blue silicone set, because I've never had this much sticking with the white silicone or clear silicone. So I'm just going to, again, I'm just taking my time and getting the ones that I can. And so these I'm gonna have to work on a little bit more tedious than I needed them to be. But we're gonna just take, like again, take our time. Okay. Just being real careful. I'm recording, so just let me know. Okay, it's coming. Just taking my time. Like I said, you just gotta be patient. I'm gonna leave that one in there because we don't want to, again, tear the mold. Okay. And I have 2 of these, so, but I don't want them to damage the mold as much. Okay, got that one out. And we down to these last couple, and I just keep working to see if I can push them apart. Give me some kind of leeway. Okay, got that one. A couple more. Okay, we down to these last little couple, guys. We can get these off, and I think I found a way to do it. Okay, so these is the last 3 that is stuck. So I'm gonna try to pull downward. Maybe that helps. No, oh, that one came on loose. Y'all be trying. Okay, these is the last 3. So let me try to work these off camera and we'll come back. Hold tight. Okay, so we got them all out. I have a few that I'm gonna have to get. So I'm just gonna show y'all, probably because I had it too full. Some of them got these chips in them, but that could be repaired. But we got them all out. There they go. Now we're going to clean them up and put the dots on them and get them into the box, the domino box. I'm looking for my nippers. so I can go along and nip the sides. Maybe I can do them like that, the brim, like so, without having to sand them. Oh, that's perfect, so that they're not sharp. Real easy and simple. Oh, I love this. And so I'm gonna go through and debris all of them. Make sure it ain't nothing on here sharp. And I'm gonna put the letters in. Then we'll come back and show you the finished product. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell below, so you can be notified when we upload new content. Make sure you share the video if you would be so kind. And stay tuned. We're gonna come back and I'll show you the finished product, okay? But they came out really good. Stay tuned. All right, so now we have them all debris. They are nice and smooth. Nobody's gonna get cut or anything. We're gonna go ahead. I mixed up my little blue paint, and I just want to do this part on camera so you guys can have an idea of how to do it, or how I do it. I take a dotter because it's easiest that way, and I use that to do my dots. So I'll fill it in. Like so. And you can always go back and wipe off the extra. And then I do my line. Put the paint down there in my line. And normally I do that with a paintbrush, a little small skinny one. I gotta find it. But I have a little skinny brush that I normally use to do this part. But I don't see it. I don't see it. And I'm probably overlooking it. Okay, let me find my little brush real quick. It's probably over here in my other, yep. And my big dotter. Okay. Yes, because this is the small one. And so I have a bigger one here. It's got a bigger head on it. And then my little paintbrush here. And that helps me paint my lines. It gets right into that groove. And I set that to the side. Come back, paint. Put the paint in there. And this is just acrylic paint. Some people like to spray their dominoes. I don't. The paint, once it dries, it stays pretty good. So take the big dotter and just fill it in. And the dots, you'll probably have to do twice just to make sure that they're good and filled. And don't have any little light spots. And that's how you put your dots in. It's really simple. It goes by quick. It don't take that long if you're using a dotter. And then when you're using a little brush, you don't have that much mess to wipe down. I normally use alcohol to clean them because alcohol cleans acrylic paint up really nice. All right. And so I'll do that to all of them. These came out real nice. And with the mold, you just, again, take your time. And because I know how to, you know, get some silicone and repair it, if you find yourself in that situation, just use, somebody suggested Dawn dish soap. So you can try that and see if that, or mold release. It happens. It is part of the process sometimes. You just have to take your time. And I'll probably do a video on how to repair a mold if you need to, so y'all can see how to do that part. So when I repair them, I'll make a video. This is all you do. And the dotter just makes it so much easier. And come back and wipe it down. Give it time to dry. I just like my dots to be solid in there. I don't like it to look like, again, I compete with the store. I want it to look like it was produced that way. My favorite domino is the blank, because I don't have to do nothing but the line. And then I'll finish up and we'll come back. All right, so they have all been painted. We're gonna let this dry. We're gonna come back, wipe them down, and then we should be done. Okay, so sit tight.